will take effect on April the 1st.
Well, buying a house is the biggest investment most of us will ever make, and it should be a safe financial decision, but that's not always the case.
A Toronto lawyer facing criminal charges tonight after police uncovered a mortgage fraud that cost victims about $12 million.
Sean O'Shea joins us now with some expert advice on how to avoid becoming a victim.
Well, Ann and Leslie, the victims in that fraud in Toronto were mainly seniors, mostly Italian Canadians. Police say they thought they were investing in registered mortgages with a lawyer, but in the end, they lost their money. 61-year-old Mariano Mazzucco sat in a Brampton court, accused of defrauding the public, laundering crime proceeds, and breach of trust. The Toronto lawyer now at the center of a mortgage fraud probe after investors lost an estimated $12 million. Those victims allegedly told they'd make money from what turned out to be a Ponzi scheme that collapsed. It's one more example of mortgage fraud.
Although it's not as prominent in the media these days, it's still very much in the marketplace and very much a crime that's being committed.
It's like a car accident or a plane accident. You're talking statistics. So if it happens to you, it's very predominant, and if it doesn't happen to you, it's something that happens to somebody else.
It can happen when the professionals helping you finance a home see more than commission in a deal, exploiting a buyer's inexperience. It's one reason why title insurance is recommended when you go home shopping.
Well, title insurance is going to be your safety blanket at the end of the day. It's going to be your guarantee that you won't be on the hook for the financial obligations that come with a fraudulent mortgage or a title transfer.
Well, my recommendation is only to deal with reputable banks, reputable mortgage brokers, and reputable lenders, people who are prominent in the community, institutions that are prominent in the community, and deal with people who have substantial reputations if you're going to borrow money.
That's sound advice, but in the case of Mazzucco, the lawyer had a track record. 10 years ago, he was found responsible for misappropriating more than $300,000 of his client's funds. He was suspended by the Law Society, but allowed to return to practice until being disbarred last year. Now, another form of real estate fraud where someone impersonates a homeowner, goes to a bank, gets a mortgage on their home, and then pockets some of the equity in that home. It's rarer these days because of tightened rule changes, but it's another reason you should always guard your identification carefully and especially not carry your social insurance card, which can be a ticket for scammers to target you. And that's Consumer SOS. If you have a consumer complaint, a comment, or a story idea, send me an email, sos@globalnews.ca. Follow us on Twitter @ConsumerSOS, or phone us toll-free at 866-SOS-1414. Leslie, Ann?
All right, Sean O'Shea, thank you.
Well, the province is considering a controversial move to eradicate problem coyotes.
From both the countryside and the city, using hunting